Microsoft, Amazon, Meta, all of them have offices domiciled in Kenya, not only for the benefit of the Kenyan market, but also as an entry point into the East African market and even the African market. And as such, US gains a great advantage on having its companies benefiting from an economy that is a growing economy in the Southern Hemisphere. Mr. Speaker, Kenya has been seeking to stop being a net importer, and AGOA was heaven sent. We must say a big thank you to the government of Kenya and the government of America, because what benefits have been accruing are now showing 25 years on in both economies, Mr. Speaker. And so, Mr. Speaker, I do support the motion brought here by Honorable Jane Kagiri, and I pray that her people in Laikipia are seeing the person that they send to Parliament. Because when you're sent to the National Assembly, Mr. Speaker, you're not sent here to be parochial or to be dealing with just matters within your constituency or your village. You should be sent to Parliament with a mind that speaks patriotically, but also has a global outlook on matters and issues. And so, Mr. Speaker, I do stand to support this, and I do stand also to congratulate the Honorable Jane Kagiri for such a motion that is so timely. And I do pray, Mr. Speaker, that this Parliament will move government to be able to negotiate well enough for us to get an extension of at least 15 years, Mr. Speaker. And if that is not possible, Mr. Speaker, then there should be a transition, at least 2 years, so that any person involved in this trade, involved in this business, has time to organize for contingent measures that can be taken at the expiry of the AGOA agreement. Mr. Speaker, I do support, and it is in the benefit of Kenya, it is in the benefit of the United States of America, it is in the benefit of their people, their traders, and their businesses, and the good cooperation of these two great countries if we could get an extension of AGOA. Mr. Speaker, I do thank you.
The Honorable Basil, followed by the Honorable Dena. Order, or the Honorable Dena. Basil first.
Yes, thank you, Speaker. I was waiting to contribute to the motion from my sister, Honorable Kagiri. This is a very essential motion, and I would say why I'm saying that. Because if you look at our country today, we're actually grappling with unemployment. And it's through AGOA that we'll be able to generate employment locally in the country. If you look at what is happening globally, at the global space, you find there are quite a number of illegal immigrants who are trying to go to the United States, actually to look for employment. But through AGOA, you'll be able to generate these jobs here. Honorable Kagiri did provide analysis of how jobs are being generated for Kenyans right in the country. We talk of export processing zone that has employed quite a number of Kenyans, and more so women. So that is an opportunity generated by AGOA, and that's why we support the renewal of AGOA, actually to be able to enhance and expand opportunities for Kenyans right here in the country. Mr. Speaker, another very important point is actually foreign exchange. As just Honorable KJ has talked about Kenya being a net importer of most of the goods we use. Through AGOA, we are given an opportunity to enter the US market, to be able to generate foreign exchange, to be able to have a healthy balance of trade. Because when you have more value of exports as opposed to imports, that is a positive balance of trade. And that can only be realized through AGOA, Kenya being, that is the contract being extended for Kenya to continue driving benefits through AGOA, Mr. Speaker. Importantly, Mr. Speaker, we are talking of industrial growth. We are in a world where industrialization is so salient in the modern world. If you look at China and advanced many of the Asian tigers, they use the same approach to be able to industrialize, where they attracted investors right in their countries. Through AGOA, we are going to be able to attract many investors who are going to come and set base here in Kenya. And it is through that we'll be able to be on the path to industrialization. So that's why I'm saying this is a very important motion, which I stand to support, Mr. Speaker. We have heard about knowledge, technology transfer. Remember, for you to export in the US, there are certain standards, there are certain parameters that have to be met. And the standard, one of it is quality in terms of the product that we produce. And for you to reach that, there is training, capacity building, knowledge transfer from the US investors to the local Kenyans who will be employed by some of these companies. And this is so important for sustainability and the resilience building as we move forward as a nation, Mr. Speaker. Importantly, economic empowerment for women, because as I've said, most of the people who benefit from this, particularly the SMEs, women in small, medium enterprises who own some of these companies, they actually diversify their income. And these are very solid model of economic empowerment when we talk of empowering women to be able to sustain families for current and future generations, Mr. Speaker. Importantly, Kenya has been relying on traditional exports. We talk of tea and coffee. But through AGOA, we have diversified. We talk of textile products. So economic diversification is realized through AGOA. And that's why this is a motion that all members should stand up and support. It's only that is unfortunate, the House looks a bit empty, but I wish many members could be here to be able to come and enjoy the debate, Mr. Speaker. Now, to be able to support my arguments, there are better ways to also promote exports through AGOA. That is, if the contract is extended, and that is what we are advocating for. One of it is to give tax credits to factories that are set in base in Kenya. If you give tax credit, you attract many factories to come and establish their operations right here in the country. And this is a model that has been used by the United States back from 1981 when we had the President Ronald Reagan, who was the president then. He used a model of giving tax credit to factories who have now set base in the US. And that's why today everyone wants to go to the US. So we need to do that. Again, we need to support agriculture. I'm happy we have been talking of subsidized agriculture. I mean subsidized fertilizers to promote agriculture and to promote production. Remember, agriculture has been the backbone of this country. And most of what we are talking in AGOA products, they're agriculture-based products. So if we promote agriculture by appropriating budget properly to be able to support production in terms of raw materials, then we'll be on the right path to make sure AGOA indeed works for the country. Importantly, we need to lower the cost of electricity because doing business in Kenya is a bit expensive because there's taxes in the electricity grid. If we reduce cost of taxes in electricity, we'll be able to ensure many foreign companies that come to Kenya find it easy to do business in Kenya. We also need to minimize bureaucracies in certain companies so as to be able to ensure there is a proper win for companies to come and set operations here and promote the partnership through AGOA. And that is the better way to thrive more as a country through AGOA partnership. And then lastly, Mr. Speaker, we need to argue, we need to base our arguments by showcasing how Kenya has benefited in the previous years, from 2000 to now. We are talking of 25 years. And that will give us a solid platform to be able to advocate why the United States should actually renew this contract and allow our country to continue partnering with it. With those few remarks, I allow myself to support the motion, and I'm happy for the future, policy making or any legislation that will be done. I'm happy to support my sister in that. Thank you so much.
Honorable Dana.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to support this motion, and I think, in my opinion, it's even too late, and it has come too late. One of the factors is we have to know the genesis of the AGOA, why it was started. It was about mostly the African continent, and by now 32 countries were approved. And with that, it has already brought about 60,000 employment, and mostly women. When you do 60,000 times about 100 families, that's you're talking about 600,000. In particularly for me, I talk about the cost. If AGOA has already changed cities, if you look, I think Honorable Ngunyi is here, you look at Changamwe, the population of the textile industries there is enough. It is like 3,000 voters. It is enough people to make somebody an MCA. Second, it's about AGOA, it's about AI. There's transfer of technology. The world is going to technology. We are talking about technology exchange in terms of defense. We are seeing in all other countries. These days, people don't go to war. It is technology. With this, we are going to have that exchange of technology. Then we come to agriculture. We come to weather. It's all AI. The world is going there, and I think that's a very important part now. Two, it's about, I want to raise a point to my brothers here. We should notice that all the balls in the World Cup were made here. Half were made in Kitengela, half were made in Meritini and Changamwe. That made the balance of payment to increase. That is, when we look at when we had the COVID and now, there's a company in Mtwapa which has signed an agreement for the production of incubators for the American system, which is worth about 7 billion. Right now we are producing syringes also in Mtwapa on the same terms of AGOA because of the market of the American market. Three, I will want to emphasize on the issue of jobs. If we lose these jobs in a place like Mariakani, a place like Mazeras, where I come from, the towns will be completely bad. What does it mean? Insecurity. What does it mean for the American society? These people will look for alternative ways as a human being. That is the core aspect of the American government now on the immigration. So if we want to stop this also, they need to look at that point. Three, we have just spoken today about land use. And I come to the agricultural part. Added value. That was the meaning of AGOA. The core aspect was for the African countries to be able to add value to their produce. Now, we have just talked about land use. We have to look and be broader and see where are we going to take our products. So, in my opinion, I think it's coming too late. We are a bit late, and I want to congratulate Jane Hakiri, because I think it's coming late, but it's not timely. Mainly because the president is there and the bilateral agreements are being signed. We need to look at it. But what I want to emphasize more, I think we shouldn't look at 2 years. In my opinion, the 16 years, it's good. And that's what we hope for. But I think for the extension, maybe even if, let's say, the worst comes to the worst, I think we should look for about 3 years. Because a business needs to expand, and business needs a strategic plan. You can't say those people who have come here, they will just need 2 years and then you close shop, you close business. So I think we should look, in my opinion, for more than 3 years. But we are aiming for the 16 years. So I will just want to emphasize and appeal to the American government and our government. Through good relationship, we'll be able to extend, because we are looking at a crisis with the young people increasing and the unemployment and the future of the young people. Thank you. So I stand to, and I support Jane, and thank you. Now, as if you're in your home, I'll ask for 2 terms.
The Honorable GK. GK. Proceed.
Please give me the mic.
Next. Oh, yeah, okay, you got it.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the opportunity to contribute to this very important motion. And I want to take this opportunity to congratulate my colleague, Honorable Jane Kagiri, for coming up with this very important motion. Honorable Speaker, AGOA, as we know it, has employed thousands of Kenyans, and it is a tool, a very important tool for socio-economic transformation in this country. Honorable Speaker, for our women and our youth to grow and to access education, to access health care, better health care, and to access a better life, we need to plead with the American government to give us a good extension of the AGOA Pact. Honorable Speaker, AGOA is not just for trade, but it is an instrument for global political economy, where the American government stands to benefit a lot from its cooperation with African countries in a way that deepens our relationships and in a way that enhances the cooperation that we have with the United States government. Honorable Speaker, it would be a very sad day if AGOA came to an abrupt end, disrupting lives and disrupting businesses, which will throw away the gains, the major gains that we have achieved through this very important instrument of trade. Honorable Speaker, in the absence of better trade between nations, there is no way we will be able to grow our partnerships and to enhance the living standards of the people of the both countries, that is United States and Kenya. Specifically Kenya, Honorable Speaker, Kenya is a growing economy, and with the support of the American opportunities of trade with the American government, we stand to grow at a better rate, where the human life of our country stands to flourish and to for us, so that we are able to also live a good life. And we don't have, when we have a good life here, Honorable Speaker, we don't have to send our people to United States. Our people will not be keen to travel to the United States for better opportunities. AGOA will have availed to us that opportunity here, so that we will be traveling to America and other countries, other developed countries, as visitors, to go and exchange ideas, to go and better our education, and so that and that way, Honorable Speaker, we will have mutual respect, we have better respect for each other, and our people, that is the people of America and the people of Kenya, will view each other as friends and not as opportunists in any way. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I stand to support Honorable Jane Kagiri, and wish that the American government will consider, if not for any other reason, our women and our children who derive their livelihood from this very good pact. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I support.
The Honorable Murugara, followed by the